YoungstaCPT. I'm coming from the West Coast. Yeah, we got the best side, good dope. We be saying na 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 na. It's the one and only CPT. Now where I come from is not the puzzle or the riddle. 4 fingers up, 2 twisted in the middle.
What's behind these doors here, gentlemen? This is what we really want to know.
Something like the pump silhouette, for example, that comes from before I was even born, I think, is something that really shows that there is a longevity to it. You know, there's something that can be built on. The legendary status that shoe has without my input and without my involvement has spoken volumes as is.
The Omni Zone is super interesting too because like we've re-released that shoe a couple times since its initial like release back in the early 90s, but we hadn't done it in its original state until 2021. And like when we re-released that, it literally broke the website.
100%. I mean, the silhouette is classic, the look of it as well, like it screams the 90s. And if you're looking at the time that we're living in, everybody's trying to do this whole revival of that time of fashion as well. Yeah, the retro stuff. Even people got the flip phones again. I'm seeing flip phones coming out again. There's people here. So it really like opens my eyes to, oh shit, the clock. It's almost like it's rewinding a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're going back in time. So for me, this is also a very big standout, and this is why I'm leaning towards this for my design as well. Collaboration is important. When making the shoe, I took a lot of direction, you know, and I took a lot of advice, and I drew inspiration from my childhood growing up of sneakers, but also being in the Reebok design rooms, in the showrooms, looking at the other silhouettes, thinking of styles of Reeboks, looking back at the past Reeboks. It also gave me that kind of feeling to follow in a tradition of some sort.
It's almost sometimes like getting your crayons out or your pencils and giving them a clean slate and hey, what do you want this to look like? Are there any graphics that come from maybe a music cover or clothes that you like, or, you know, just pick their brains on materials. What do you want it to look like? What's the base? And just work from there. Bring in our product managers and, you know, they help build a shoe based on talking to the assets.
This is actually, I will even say, this is one of my favorite parts of it. You know, I never thought I'd get to do something like this. It reminds me of primary school. I'll be honest with you, it reminds me of preschool. You got pencil crayons, you got an empty page with a shoe on it, and you're telling me to do what I please.
Yeah.
This is basically a little boy's dream.
You want to do a quick walkthrough on some of the symbols and like what they mean.
Don't tell Young, but I wasn't actually a fan of his before this project, I would say. And this project kind of forced me to become one. I won't say against my will, but it just happened naturally. So deep diving into his music, first of all, which is a weird thing to learn about the person through their art, right? First. And I got inspired by that. Then you realize, okay, he's a storyteller. He's someone who has something to say. And that inspired me to be like, okay, how can I build something around this person? And then talking to him, like listening about his childhood, where he grew up, significant things that made him who he is, and try to incorporate that. I mean, that's where the trick is, to try and put that on a sneaker. The illustrations, that was like part of listening to him speak about things that he really wanted on the shoe. Things like taking the train, going with his mother, taking pictures. There's graffiti. There's so many things in there that you could just pull from, because if you give him enough time, he'll tell you so many stories, and it's just an amazing thing to listen to him. Taking that story, putting it into the color, the textures, the sort of feeling that you want to create in a shoe, which is, where we ended up. So that was sort of how it, step by step, we came to where we are. Yeah. I'm super excited at where we're going to end up. I think it's going to be amazing.
But definitely the train, a big mode of transportation. A canvas for graffiti. The first place I saw graffiti was on the train. This is the old money during the colonial days. And then if you look at this one here, the second little pages, these are just like illustrations, but they also represent the same thing. The train as well, obviously, is the full carriage, you know. This is the clip that the conductor would use to mark your ticket off. These are the game controls of the shops I was telling you about yesterday, the corner stores, bodega stores that would have the little arcades in the corner. That's the Gatsby. Oh, by the way, that's called a Gatsby. Like the Great Gatsby. There we go, just like the Great Gatsby. Filled with chips and any topping of your choice.
If you can believe it, the Gatsby was a non-negotiable, which was funny. So yeah, I had to draw a Gatsby. I mean, obviously for research purposes, I had to eat it first.
So we got steak on there, you can put chicken on there, you can put calamari, seafood on there, Vienna's, bologna, like the whole thing. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. Gatsby. Gatsby on the shoe, yeah.
Gatsby on it.
You would love that.
So it looks delicious, but also like the name and the history. So it's called like Great Gatsby, and it's named after someone who's like comes from tremendous wealth, and yet this sandwich was historically not for people who had access to wealth.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I think there's like an interesting contradiction there.
I fought for that
Yeah,
Gatsby
there
to
you
be
go.
on the shoe, but I was like, no, I need to put Gatsby on the shoe.
That's my rhyme book over there. Always graffiti on it, always tagging on it. The mic, obviously. The fingers showing the west, because that's where we're from. We're from the Western Cape in South Africa. We're from the west coast of South Africa. Even though I'm making a shoe, I'm trying to also tell the story that hasn't kind of been told yet. So I have to incorporate all these things, because like I'm taking history from before my time, history in my time as well, you know, and trying to like put it on a shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because the shoe is so like multi-layered, I will say we try to include so much in it. And the reason for that is because I know this is a very rare opportunity, right? So not everybody gets this. It's a privilege, right? What I'm doing right now. So I can't waste it. So the shoe has to tell the story as well, right? It can't just be a plain tacky with a couple of colors on it and slap bang, there you have it. Because you can do that online these days. You can customize kicks online. But in creating something like this, I have a chance to once again tell a story. And I love storytelling. So I do it through the shoe as well. How do you cram 30 years into one item? It's difficult. Took the amount of years I put in, you know, blood, sweat, and years. That's basically what this came with.
It sounds like a whole crock of shit, really. But it's the truth. It is the truth, bro.
Everybody's coming to the western region. They must love carbs start during the festive season. Women, weed, and